Hey guys, it's Ferg here, the Ferg Master. This video is going to be about superhero movies and sort of just a chance for me to ramble about something. You know how I love a good ramble. I feel like I don't get a chance to ramble enough in my DVD updates, if we're honest, and I try and tell myself to either cut it down in the edit if I want to get pretentious. So I like to ramble, and I felt what better thing to ramble about than superhero movies. Sorry, I'm just looking at my shelf to see if I'm missing it. There we go, there's one. And yes, my legs are crossed if you can see that. Again, I just wanted to ramble. I've just been watching I don't know why I feel the need to say this, but Red Shirt Diary videos, and he rambles with the best of them and it wears off. I'm easily influenced. So anyway, superhero movies. They're great, aren't they? Yes, I know you all agree. Now, I love superhero movies, and I'm really excited for the future of superhero movies. Not as if, I don't think there's going to be some sort of the dawn of the superhero age, because we're in that age at this point. We're getting 2-3 superhero comic book movies a year, maybe more. 4. I don't know if we've ever had 5 a year. That seems like a bit too much, doesn't it? But of course, next year we're getting Ghost Rider, A Spirit of Vengeance, which is the sequel / reboot / whatever. And then of course we're getting the SpiderMan, Amazing Spider-Man, the reboot, the Avengers. Oh, I'm so excited. And Dark Knight Rises, the final Nolan Batman film. So that's going to be good. I love superhero movies. I probably already said that. They really kind of speak to me, the kid inside me. I'm essentially, like a 13-year-old in a 21-year-old, approaching 22-year-old's body. I just don't think I ever really grew up. I just find grown-up stuff so fucking boring, and so superhero movies kind of really appeal to that sort of sense inside me. Oh, my legs are itchy. What the fuck? Favourite superhero movie? We already been there, done that. Spider-Man 2, favourite superhero movie. That's actually 2.1, which I haven't watched. I'm really intrigued to see kind of where the Avengers goes, and what that sort of leads to, and how they do the sequels, Thor 2, Captain America 2, Iron Man 3, and how they'll come back around into the possible Avengers 2, and more. I don't know where. Will they go beyond Iron Man 3? Captain America 3, gonna happen. Thor 3, yeah, gonna happen. Avengers 2 and 3, I'm not sure, but I think, probably at some point. But where will they go beyond that? Will they go into the 4s? Will we get Iron Man 4? Robert Downey Jr. He ain't getting any younger. So I'm kind of curious about that. But I'm also interested to see, obviously, what these movies have to offer. What are we going to get from Iron Man 3? Because we don't really know a lot about that. That's out in year after next. I feel like we know more about Thor 2 than we do with Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3, who's going to be the bad guy? What the fuck's it going to be about? Who's going to be in it? I don't think it's going to really be connected to the Avengers. Obviously, they've already really said that. So, but who's will Black Widow and Nick Fury be in it? Probably not. That's my guess. Maybe Agent Coulson. Thor 2, what's going to happen there? Natalie Portman. For some reason I just have this thing that is she going to come back? She's probably contracted too, but I just feel like that's sort of we haven't quite grabbed onto Natalie Portman for Thor 2 yet. There's this thing in the back of my brain where it's she was in fucking Black Swan. Why is she going to come back for Thor 2? But anywho, Captain America 2, very excited for that. I loved Captain America 1, and obviously the Avengers. It was just, I'm just sort of, oh god, I'm so excited for that. And I'm curious about also the XMen franchise. I don't know if you can see that. First Class, we got here. XMen franchise, where is that going to go? They sort of announced, sort of a bit randomly, Fox did, X-Men 4, which I was like, oh really? And obviously the Wolverine 2, whatever you want to call it, is still happening. Don't know who the director is. Have they got one at this point? I'm not sure. but it's going to be in Japan, but it seems to be hitting lots and lots of bumps. They lost Darren Aronofsky. It's like they're rewriting the script, you know, it's just sort of like, you know, it doesn't signal good things, but then this was kind of rushed into production, sort of, you know, they had, like, I was watching the behind the scenes documentary, and they had like a year, it looks like they were doing like a year to shoot and do the post production, all the effects and the editing, and it's just like, wow, that's kind of insane. A year for this kind of, you know, big movie. But yeah, it's cool, it's a good film. But so I'm curious about the X-Men franchise. Like, you know, is X-Men 4, is that actually going to happen? Are we getting Wolverine 2 or the Wolverine? Sorry, that's pretty much guaranteed to happen. Are we going to get X-Men First Class 2? Is what I'm thinking. I want it, but I don't know if necessarily it's gonna happen. You know, what's his face, Jason Fleming, who played Azazel, or everything, the Red Teleporter, said he thinks a sequel's gonna happen. He feels like it'll probably happen, which is, you know, good for, you know, I want it, but I'm just waiting for the official sort of official announcement from Fox and Marvel and what have you. You know, we've got, yeah, and I just, I'm going back and forth here, but superhero movies are great, yeah, like I said, they speak to kind of the inner kid in me, and they sort of, I don't know, there's just something, I don't know what it is, you know, I don't know what it is, superheroes, just, I love them, I can't quite grab onto why that is, why I'm a defender of the FantasticFour films. Oh, you know, what is it even that I like? It's just, you know, I even kind of defend Elektra, but that, you know, that's another story. I think we've got one of the best superhero movies, Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass 2, probably, don't think they said it's probably not going to happen. You know, at the end of the day, between the Matthew Vaughn superhero films that we've got, I kind of would rather see X-Men First Class 2 than Kick-Ass 2. You know, I feel like Kick-Ass, we got a complete story, and almost as part of me, I love it so much and I want more, but I'm like, what can I do? And then with X-Men First Class, I feel like we got a complete story, but there's still more story to tell. Like with Kick-Ass, I don't know what other story there is. With the X-Men First Class, I feel like, oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we can do. And with new characters we can bring in, kind of big events that we can tie the X-Men world into, and you know, sort of see these characters develop, and Charles and Magneto, you know, bumping against each other more. Why is Emma Frost, you know, did she join the Magneto crew? Why, you know, why they left? How did Sympathies come in, etc. You know, it just, you know, I think there's a lot of potential story-wise and character-wise, and you know, even though some of it didn't match up with like X-Men 3 and X-Men Origins Wolverine, I still feel like I really want to see more of this universe and these characters. You could almost call it a reboot, but I don't think, yeah, it's a prequel. But yeah, more of that world, please. What else is there? Yeah, took a little bit of a SpiderMan reboot. I'm still not completely sold on that in terms of, I don't know, you know, I love Spider-Man 1 and 2, and I think Amazing Spider-Man will be better than Spider-Man 3, because that's not that great, but, well, I mean, but I think Amazing Spider-Man, I think it's going to be good, but I'm going to miss Sam Raimi, you know, I'm going to miss the way he directs, especially on Spider-Man 2, and you can see a little bit in Spider-Man 3, just his very kinetic, really interesting style of directing. Of course you see in the Evil Dead films, he's insane, fucking off the charts in those, but Spider-Man 2, obviously because it's a big Hollywood thing, it's a bit more brought down, but it's still just, I'm just going to miss some of the stuff we see in Spider-Man 2, just the way the camera works, and or the way he's, you know, using the camera, it's just, just makes my, you know, in my trousers, as it were. What else is there to tell? Yeah, I'm really interested in a Daredevil reboot that's got a script being written, so fingers crossed for that one. FantasticFour reboot, been talked about. I don't think there's any script or anything like that direct up. So, but I'm kind of curious about FantasticFour reboot. Obviously, they can't do the third one because you can't have Chris Evans playing Human Torch and Captain America at the same time. I think now he's locked into Captain America. There's going to be Captain America in his franchise and then also the Avengers franchise potentially. So you can't suddenly come back to the Fantastic Four franchise and be like, hey, still the Human Torch. Fox owns Fantastic Four. It's different universes. But I think people just get confused. Yeah, I think Fantastic Four. There's potential to actually be a really, really good movie there. I do like I said, I like those movies, but I think there's potential to be much better. I think if they were going to do the origin again, I've just started reading Ultimate Fantastic Four, and I think they need to go down that road because that's pretty sweet. To mix it up, maybe a little bit to differentiate it from these ones. But if they want to go ahead and not do the origin story, but like Incredible Hulk, and just sort of do a montage, some sort of origin, but I guess they could just stick to the one that was in the other movies. But yeah, I want to see someone else playing Sue Storm because I don't think Jessica Alba is good in those movies, and I don't think she was right at all for Sue Storm. The other ones I'm fine with, Chris Evans and Michael Chiklis were really good. Ewan Grufford was pretty good. Jessica Alba, I just want to see someone else actually playing Sue Storm, because she just was like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking with that? It's fucking Sue Storm, Jessica Alba, those things just don't even, whatever, they just don't go together. How long have I been ranting? Low battery. 12 minutes. Yeah, I suppose I'll call it a day with the low battery and all. I love superhero movies, they're really good. Can't wait for next year's offerings, can't wait for 2013's offerings. Warner Brothers needs to step it up, don't they? Green Lantern, not very good. Man of Steel looks like it could be alright, but not sold. Not sold on it, but intrigued. But yeah, they just need to step it up. If they're doing Green Lantern 2, they need to not chop off 20 minutes. Anyways, I'm going to stop myself there. Yes, that's my rant on superhero movies. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next video whenever that may be. I'm just going to try and do more things like this. Bye.
Subscribe, motherfuckers. Yeah, bitches.